Okay, yesterday we saw a machloikis between Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Meir. If you go ahead and you make boards for schach, whether it's kosher or not. Rabbi Yehuda said it's kosher, and Rabbi Meir said it's not. Rabbi Meir's reason we gave was because there is tikra. If we let you use a board, if we let you use a board in the house, you may come to go in that sukkah. Then you may come to go ahead right and use one in the house. Now we had a machloikis Rav and Shmuel. Fell. It's very important to the half cup now, right? All cell phones off. I'm okay. I care about your Adam Haba. Now, so it's true. Machloikis Rav and Shmuel fellas as to what the machloikis between Reb Meir and Reb Yehuda. Where is it? Says Rav, the machloikis is when it's 4 tefachim. When it's 4 tefachim, that's the machloikis. Where Reb Yehuda says it's good, and Reb Meir makes the gezeres tikra. Less than 4 tefachim, it would be fine. Less than 4 tefachim would be fine. According to Shmuel, the machlok, everyone holds 4 as puzzle. Everyone, even Rabbi Yehuda would agree it's puzzle. Machlokes is what between 3 and 4. So now, let's say you have a sukkah, and it's got boards on top of it. It's got boards. The case is going to be where you had a house, and the cement fell in. You have a call on the what page?
48.
Page 48. Yeah. Bottom right. Okay. Here's the sukkah. Shein love maziva. You see, it fell off. There's no cement on it. Now, if they're 4 tefachim wide, according to Shmuel, you should not be able to use this house. According to Shmuel, you shouldn't be able to use the house because everyone agrees above 4 that wide, it's a no-no, yeah? According to Rav, like Rabbi Yehuda, you might be able to use it, and like Rabbi Meir, you won't be able to use it. Now, what would you have to do to use it? Guys, what act would you got a problem of kasev lemin asui, right? Since you didn't make the schach, it's there, you'd have to do something to the schach. Now, good? So you pick it up. Good? Now, is there an eitzah according to Shmuel? According to Shmuel, is there an eitzah to go ahead and correct this? We said yesterday, if you go ahead and take off a plank in between and fill it in with kosher schach, it would work. So based upon that, let's do the Mishnah. Says the Mishnah, Tikra she'ein alav maziva. You have a roof that she'ein alav maziva, on it there is no what? There is no cement, it fell in. Rabbi Yehuda says, again, Rabbi Yehuda says that, according to Rav, that it's good. Beishamai oimrim, mefakfek, you pick it up, put it down, and in addition, you take away one in the middle, and then you fill in that one with kosher schach. So the Gemara is going to ask, why do you require 2 actions? Why do you require 2 actions? Okay, that's what the Gemara is going to ask. Why do you require 2 actions? So that's Rabbi Yehuda in the shita of Beis Shammai. Ubeis Hillel oimrim, either mefakfek or noitel achas me'tayim. Either mefakfek, the option of what? Of picking it up, putting it down, or noitel achas me'tayim. Now, Reb Meir can't agree with this, guys. Reb Meir can't agree with mefakfek. You know why? Because if we're speaking about stam the houses, they were 4 tefachim wide. If they were 4 tefachim wide, there's no way you can pick it up, putting it down. Only takes care of a tasev lemin asli problem. It doesn't take care of a schach puzzle problem, right? The only way to take schach puzzle problem will be to put kosher schach in between. Okay? Because once you tell those 2 things, everything goes geschmiert. If not, it's going to be a bit complicated. You know, mefachfek means that what? It's kosher schach, and you only have to deal with the problem of tasev lemin asli. You understand? Conversely, if it's puzzle schach, you have to machshir it. And that you can only way to machshir it is take it out in between and put it in between. So Reb Meir, of course, would say Reb Meir noitel achas mentayim. Reb Meir cannot allow mefakfek because he holds it's 4 tefachim. It's gezeres tikra. It's gezeres out of a house. So therefore, what's the only option? Is noitel achas mentayim ve'en mefakfek. So what do we have in the Mishnah, guys? We have machloikis between Beis Shammai, Rabbi Yehuda, and Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel. Like Beis Shammai, you need both what? Mefakfek and fill in. Like Beis Hillel, either or. That's in Rabbi Yehuda. Like Reb Meir, the mefakfek is not an option, and you only thing you can do. And l'chayra, he doesn't say what the machlokes is between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. Okay. Good guys. Okay. Says the Gemara, Bishleim Beis Hillel, who says you go ahead either or. Tamayu mishum tasev v'loy asoi. So the problem you have, again, Rabbi Yehuda and Beis Hillel, the only problem you could have is tasev v'loy asoi. Because like Rabbi Yehuda, for tfachim, you don't have a gezeres tikra. So we're dealing with a piece of wood that's not makabel tumah, it's straight. So the only problem that you have to deal with is the tasev v'loy asoi problem. So what do? Therefore, if you pick it up and put it down, you did an action. Or if you take it out completely and fill it in with tzach, you did an action. So Beis Hillel is clear why both work. Ela Beis Shammai, my tamayu, that you need both. Meaning he agrees, guys, that what? That it's kosher tzach. And the only problem is of tasav and asoi. All right, then b'chada sagi, either or is fine. Either pick it up or fill in, but not both. And imishum gezeres tikra, meaning, guys, that it's usser because gezeres tikra and the fakfek's not an option. Then b'noit lachzim etayim sagi. Then all you can do, what in fact is pick it up and put it down. Fill it in. So we don't understand pshat what in Beis Shammai. Geschmack. It's all hemshech from yesterday. Says la'olam mishum gezeres tikra. Very good. La'olam, guys, is mishum gezeres tikra. In other words, it's puzzle. The schach midrabanan. We're going to say the schach's not good because if we let you sit in the schach of sukkah with 4 tfachim, make have to sit in your house and say it's cool. Okay, that's gezeres tikra. Yeah. Now la'olam mishum gezeres tikra. So now, if it's gezeres tikra, you don't have the option of what, guys? Of mefakfek. If it's gezeres tikra, you don't have the option of mefakfek. So very good. So how do you read them pshat? How do you pshat in Beis Shammai who says both? What does it mean mefakfek? It doesn't make any sense. Here's the way you have to read the Mishnah. Afal pisha mefakfek. It doesn't mean it needs mefakfek. You know what it means, guys? Even if you're mefakfek, in iloi. In the Mishnah, guys, let's go back to the Mishnah. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Beis Shammai Omer, mefakfek v'noit lachzon etayim. In the Havamim, we thought you need both. No, here's the way you read it. Mefakfek. If you're mefakfek, it doesn't help. Why doesn't it help? Because I hold of gezeres tikra, and you can't use 4 tfachim schach. So what do you have to do? You go ahead, take down one, put it in, and now it'll be kosher. That's the way you read the Mishnah. Or else you have no pshat. Very geschmack. Back in the Gemara. If that's the pshat in Beis Shammai, that who says what, guys? You only have the option of what? Of what? Of filling it in. What did Rabbi say, guys? Rabbi Omer, right? Noitel v'en mefakfek, correct? You go ahead, what? You take out, fill in, avaloy mefakfek, you don't move it. Rabbi Hainu Beis Shammai. Rabbi and Beis Shammai, they're both saying what? The same thing. They're both saying the same thing. You don't have the option of mefakfek because of gezeres tikra, and the only thing you can do. Says Gemara, Hainu Beis Shammai, has a hachi kamar. Here's what Shimon was saying. Like nechlu Beis Shammai Beis Hillel b'davar zeh. But the Beis Shammai Beis Hillel do not argue in this. Okay, guys, outside. Good chazara. What does Rabbi Yehuda say? Says Rabbi Yehuda, according to Beis Shammai, even if you're mefakfek, you have to go ahead wide and do that. Right? That's and according to Beis Hillel, no, either or, you do either or. It makes sense in Shittas Rabbi Yehuda, because Rabbi Yehuda holds what? That it's very good. He holds that the thing's very good. Rabbi Meir says what? No, you only have the option of what? Of filling it in. The fakfik doesn't work. And so now it comes out that Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel are saying the same thing according to Rabbi Meir. According to Rabbi Meir, they're saying the same thing, right? They're saying that you can only go ahead right and fill in. It says, it's not a machlokes. Now, so what did you hear from this Mishnah? You heard your side that we say gezeres tikra, that the machlokes in Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Meir is gezeres tikra. Good. Machlokes in Yehuda and Meir is gezeres tikra. Why? Because Rabbi Meir holds that even in Beis Hillel, you can't go ahead and you have to noit lachas in time. You don't have the option of filling in. Of the fat fake. Right? Why not? Because gezeres tikra. What did we say in the previous Mishnah? Says sukkah that has nesarim that emisachnim. Says Rabbi Yehuda, you can do it. Says Rabbi Meir, you can't do it. Why? Because Rabbi Meir is gezeres tikra and Rabbi Yehuda is not. So the Mishnah is saying the same thing. You just gave me a scenario, but bottom line is the same thing. You're ending up. Can you use nesarim or not? So what's this Mishnah telling? That's the Chiddush, the way you understand the Mishnah. Fred Gemara Kasha. My Kamash Malon, the Reb Meir Isle Gezeres Tikra. What's the Chiddush? When Reb Meir says you cannot go ahead and be mafakfek, pick it up and put it down. But that he holds the Gezeres Tikra, and you're worried about if we let you use four to fucking schach, you may come to boards, you may come to use four in your house. Reb Yehuda Leslie Gezeres Tikra, when he allows the option of mafakfek, they had the same achloikus before. That nan, you can go ahead and use boards. The Reb Yehuda, why can you use boards? Because we're not going to Gezeres Tikra. Reb Meir Oisa, Reb Meir says it's Asa. That's good. So what exactly is the first Mishnah come to tell me? I don't hear from the second Mishnah. It's Geshmak. It's very, very nice Gemara. Okay? So here's take a look at page 49, bottom picture right. Take a very close look at the schach. Take a very close look at the schach. See how nice and polished it is? Smooth it is? Okay? Says the Gemara. Amrab Chia Barabba, Amrab Yochanan, Reisha, our Reisha, meaning the first Mishnah that we learned is B'nisarim Mishupim Askinon. We're dealing with Nisarim that are smoothed down. In other words, they're mamash a kli. They have a shame kli, and the reason that they're not makabel tum is why? It's because it's pshute kliates. It doesn't have a base kibble. But you can use this for furniture, guys. You're going to use this for furniture. It's fine wood. Umishum gezeris kalim naguba, and the machloikis between Reb Yehuda and Reb Meir is not in gezeris tikra. It's whether you can use wood that is polished. What could you use this for a sukkah? What are you worried about? If we allow you to use wood, which is a kli, that's polished, which is a kli, and the only reason you can use it is because of the loophole that it's not makabel tumah, because it's pshute kliates, it's smooth, you may come to use a real kli that is makabel tumah. So that Mishnah is teaching us the din of gezeras kalim, and our Mishnah here is teaching us the din of gezeras tikra, because our Mishnah is speaking about regular holtz, regular wood. That's the Gemara's teretz. So it says, Reisha, the first Mishnah, B'nisarim Mishupim Askinon, Mishum Gezeres Kalim, Naguba. The Gezeres Kalim. Like Rabbi Yehuda, you're not going to Gezeres Kalim. Like the Chachamim, like Reb Meir, you are Gezeres Kalim. If we let you use this smooth over wood, you may come to go ahead and use Kalim. Fred the Gemara Kasha, Rabbi Yehuda Amarav, the Amar, Sachachim Bechitzim, Sacharim, Kishera, Benekebas Besula. Remember the other day we had the arrowheads, right? So we said if it's a male wood, the shaft of the spear, the shaft of the arrow going in. If it's a male, you could use it. If it's a female, you can't use it, meaning you're going to fit the thing on. Now, Fred the Gemara, why aren't we worried that you guys are right? Let's take there's Tikva Ifluba says the Gemara Misham V'loy Gaza Zacharim Batan Kevais. So Hachanami Loy Nigza Nisarim Mishupim Atu Kalim. So l'chayra, you shouldn't say across the board that you should make a gezeres kalim, just like over there. You're not geyser. So, in other words, that's a kli, guys. That's a kli, right? And you're not geyser. L'chayra, you have it's the exact same sushtel, fellas. It's one step. An arrowhead that's a male to a female arrowhead. Female has the receptacle area, and therefore what? It's tamei. It's a base kibble. Kiddush was, it's not going to be filled in for a short period of time. Okay, it's going to be filled in right away. But l'chol hapachos, you don't make the gezerah. So if you don't make the gezerah there, why should you make the gezerah over here? If it's smooth over to a kli, right? It's the same thing. It's not makabel tumah because in that case, of course, it was pshute kliates. In this case, it's pshute kliates, right? Over there, yet you're not geyser. You are not geyser, and it's puzzle. And over here, you are geyser. Why? What's the difference? So in mashma that you don't make this gezerah of kalim. So guys, so we're back to the original question. What's the original question? What's this Mishnah coming to tell me that I didn't hear in the first Mishnah? If it's gezeres, guys, we did away with this gezeres kalim, so we're stuck by gezeres tikra. So if the first Mishnah is telling us gezeres tikra, this is also telling us gezeres tikra. So what's the kiddush? El al kachach reisha pligi begezeres tikra, the sefer pligi begezeres tikra. The ifligu betarti zimni lamali. Why? Sefer Rabbi Yehuda, the Sefer is Rabbi Yehuda, the Ka'amalei Reb Meir, Amaika asis b'nisarim. Why do you ask by boards? Mishum gezeres tikra. Hai svara lebeishamayhu the islay ubesil loy gazer. In other words, that svara is only going to be Beishamai, who does not allow mafakfek, but Beisilo, who the Allah is like, obviously who lies mafakfek, he's not going to gezeres tikra. Guys, Rabbi Yehuda is asking on Rabbi Meir, the earliest time. We know from the Gemara in Daf Yud Gimel in what? In Masechta Eruvin, the halacha is like base. Pascal came out, the halacha is like base, correct? What do you see in the second Mishnah? Who's chayish the tikra? Beis Shammai. Because he says you can't go ahead and be mafakfek. Why? Because it's not kosher. Because the fourth tefachim doesn't work. Good? Yet Beis Hillel said either or. Beis Hillel allowed mafakfek. So what do you see he holds? He doesn't hold gezeres tikra. Just take care of the tasav le'minosabam. Pick it up, put it down. So that's Rabbi Yehuda's timing in the second Mishnah to Rabbi Meir. You who hold gezeres tikra, that you can't use a nesarim, a board, a fourth tefachim. Beis Hillel says you can, and that's what you hear from a second Mishnah. How do you hear from Beis Hillel? Because he allows mafakfek. He allows that option. He allows the option of putting it up and putting it down. From Rabbi Meir, no. They're not arguing in this. Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel are not arguing. Beis Hillel also holds what? He also holds only filling in, but not what? Not mafakfek. Now, getting back to Machlokas Rav and Shmuel. 4, according to Shmuel, everyone says it's puzzle. According to Rav, it's a Machlokas. Good? Now, the Machlokas is when he has arba. The Rebbe is like gezeres tikva. Rabbi Yehuda less like gezeres tikra. El Shmuel damar b'shein behen arba Machlokas. Aval yesh ben arba divrei kol psula. Seifa b'may pligi. Guys, what's the Machlokas b'sham and b'sol in the Seifa? What's the Machlokas? Guys, this thing is on top. That's there is 4, correct? That's house. It's a house. What was the standard of the house? Avrami, standard board. 4/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 2x4. Okay, standard, right? Standard size 2x4. Your ceiling is going to be a standard size. It's going to be 4 tefachim. Good. So I'm just speaking about 4 tefachim. Yeah. According to Rav, Rabbi Yehuda argues Rabbi Meir by 4 tefachim. Yeah. So now we can have Machlokas Beis Shammai Beis Hillel. Like Shmuel, why does Shmuel hold by 4 guys? Everyone says it's puzzle. So where's the Machlokas? And what's the Machlokas? It can't be that not in gezeres tikra. Everyone holds the gezeres tikra. Even Rabbi Yehuda holds the gezeres tikra. So what are they arguing in? Like Rav, they're arguing gezeres tikra or not. Like Shmuel, it says if it's 4, and this is speaking for, it's a standard size. You told me, Shmuel, that no one argues there. But you see they're arguing. What are they arguing in? Very geschmack. My pligi be too late tikra kamiflagi. Masav a butler bahachi, masav a butlachi. Let's see Rashi for this guy. It's very geschmack. Third right line down. Be too late tikra. Klaimar. Amlacha Shmuel la'olam b'sheyesh ben arba. It's speaking with it has 4, and everyone agrees. V'lehoisa kan tikra mitchila. V'achshav ba l'sachik b'hu l'shem sukkah. I feel Rabbi Yehuda puzzle. The Gazrina Mishum Tikra. Shlayavoy v'yeshev tachas kairos beisai. V'yoyma mali zeh mali chadasha. This, guys, the first Mishnah, was there a roof there before? It was a sukkah. What did you do? You put on schach of 4 tefachim. You made that schach of 4 tefachim. Says Shmuel, no one agrees that works. Because if we allow that, you may come to go ahead and sit in a house. Good? That's gezeres tikra. First Mishnah. In this Mishnah, guys, did you put that schach up?
No, it's the house.
It was a house. It had a shame house. It was there before, right? It was a tikra. So now, aval hashta, guys, now we're picking up in the next Mishnah. Aval hashta, the zu tikra haisa, it was a ceiling, ubola de maisa, and you come to do an action, lasa is the shame sukkah, to go ahead and make a sukkah, and this guy is showing that he knows. And that's why he's picking it up. Is it still in place, the gezeres tikra or not? Like the Beis Shammai, betulei tikra, you mevatel it. Beis Shammai tzarich litel mibein tayim. The African mechir sheboki b'tasav le'maasli. Even though this guy shows he knows halacha, goes rebbe, still making the gezerah. Beis Hillel sarvei kivin de butla. By chiach she tikra psula suleka lemigza. Since it's butler and he shows that that he knows tikras psula, you're not making a gzeira. For may sub, they're not arguing. Okay, let me tell you what I just said. In one case, you didn't have a roof. You made a sukkah. You're using material for a sukkah that's the exact same material for a house. And you're making it that way. It's not a tasev eliminasi problem. You're making a sukkah, right? So you don't know what this guy knows anything about halacha of tikra or not. Adarabba, I'd say the guy's an Amar, it's Gomer. He's using building material for a sukkah, which is a diras aroy. The beams, yeah, the mount is the exact same thing, exact same width. So therefore, we have with such a person, we have to be concerned that perhaps if we allow him to sit under these beams, he'll sit under a house and say that's also good. That's also good. Rabbi Yehuda would agree to that. Over here, however, the house was made. The tikra was made, right? The tikra was made completely. It was there. He didn't make it. It was there. L'chayra, what is this guy doing now? He goes along, he picks up the slats. What's he showing you? As a lamdan. He's showing you as a lamdan. He's showing that what he knows halacha. He's showing you that you're not worried about him sitting underneath the house. Because if you're worried about sitting underneath the house, he won't do anything. The fact that he's doing something shows that the reason you have to worry, you don't have to worry about. What are you worried about? If we let this guy sit underneath it, guys, if we let this guy sit underneath it, he may come to sit underneath it. He's showing you he's not going to sit underneath it, right? But what did he show you? He showed you he knew that this din of tasav asli. He didn't show you anything about Gzeres Tikra. So the question is the act of mafakfek enough to go ahead and invatal that din of Tikra? Very geschmack. Like Rabbi Yehuda, it's enough. Like Rabbi, it's not enough. But long the shetaretz, very long the shetaretz. Okay, says the Mishnah. Okay, very good. More pictures. Picture time. Okay. You have to get our money's worth. Right? Page 49. Here we go. Guys, you have it? Philadelphia show up with this book yet, Kenny? No. Doc, in the country, you got it? Yeah, Rabbi Rosenzweig, you got it in the country? No. May you went to Torah Treasures? May Gritz, you have it? I'm not speaking to Ashley. Okay, here, guys, see here, look what you're putting on the top of the bed. You're using either a foot of a bed and or shipudim, and or what? Iron rods. Now, what would be worth, let's go through it. These are both not good schach. Why is it not good schach? Because they're both l'chayr and makabel tuma. Yeah? The shipudim are iron, they're makabel tuma, and they don't grow from the ground. The wood grows from the ground, but it's makabel tuma. The question is, if it's a broken bed, why is it makabel tuma? We'll see. Okay? So it's neither way, this is schach pasel. So Hamakara Sukkah, someone goes ahead and seals his sukkah, seals with Lashon C-E-A-L. I just made a board. And he seals the sukkah b'shipudim oy baruchas hamita. Im yesh revach beinehem k'moisa k'sheira. If you have a space between them, the ear space, the exact same width as them, and you fill it in with kosher schach, it's kosher. So guys, take a good look at the picture. You're filling in the picture, you're filling in with kosher schach in the middle there. Now, it's mashma, it's 50-50. Guys, it's mashma, it's 50-50. In other words, you're not coming onto the din of rubai mevatla. You're not saying you have more schach than non-kosher. You're saying if it's the exact same, it works, which is going to be a shaila in the Gemara. Guys, you hear? It's going to be a shaila in the Gemara. L'chayr, it's not bitly. You're saying in oimit kapara, it's that the same amount of air, open space and closed space is enough to yimachsha the sukkah. That's the first thing in the sukkah. Second in the sukkah is one that you're familiar with, the classic Tasav L'Nayasa. Here it is. It's the old haystack. There you go. There's the haystack. Page 50, top picture. Achaytit begodesh lashois sukkah. Someone is chaytit begodesh. He's howling at a godesh to make a sukkah. Ain't a sukkah. It's nishkain sukkah. Why? Because Tasav L'Min Asoi. You never made it. So it's good. Everything's good. Yes, excellent. Now, fellas, why did the Mishnah say that if you have equal equal amount of schach with equal amount of iron rods or bed legs, it works. You don't need more. So says the Gemara, let's say this is a upslug on Rav Hun Rav Yeshua. Now this is in an Erevin, and you're making guys a fence. Guys, in the fence you have slats going down. You want to know if there's more airspace. So what? Paritz ka'imid. If the open area is the same as the closed area, right? The paritz ka'imid. If the open area is the same as the closed area, you have a picture, guys. Picture page 50, right? Page 50, the first picture. There it is, right over here. You have the exact this picture over here. You have the exact same amount, right? Right. You have the exact same amount. So now, parts coming to Papa Mutta. Papa says it's a good wall. It's a good mechitza. Rav Huna Beid Yeshua Ama Aser, and Rav Yeshua Beid says it's Aser. In other words, it's got to be more. It's Aser, guys. You know, it's more. It's 3 tefachim, so you don't say lavud. Lavud's less than three, right? You don't say lavud because it's more than 3. Now, why Rabbi Yehuda says it's Aser? So he would hold in our Mishnah it's also Aser. Just like over there, since it's equal, right? It's no good. So to in our Mishnah, apparently, if it's equal, you have equal iron rods and equal airspace. It's what? It's no good, according to Rav Huna Rav Yeshua. So Amalach Rav Huna Rav Yeshua, my son, when it says, guys, the lashon, when it says in the Mishnah, by name Kimaisan, it means benichnis v'yaitza. You know what it means? It means that it's not a tight fit. You have enough room to go put in and out. So if there's more airspace, then it's not oimed kaparitz, right? In other words, because you're going to fill in more airspace, what are you going to fill it in? With kasha schach. So you'll have more. Why do you have to say it's speaking about what? More airspace, maybe it's exact. It says what? It's speaking why it's speaking what kamaisa means. That's what it means. It means nichnas v'yaitza. That's exactly what it means. Nichnas v'yaitza. So that's his teretz. Guys, in other words, the teretz is there is more airspace. And since there's more airspace, you're going to fill that more with more kasha schach. You'll have more kasha schach than iron bars, and it works. No, there's no extra airspace. Pirish. Whichever way the shipudim are going, the schach is going to go in another way. Now, what do you gain by that? You're going to put the schach on top. So if it goes on top, al korchach, you're going to have more. Al korchach, you're going to have more. In other words, since the schach needs something to rest upon, so let's say this is my iron bar. I'm going to be putting this, not exactly this amount, because it has to overlap. So I'll end up with more schach than iron bars. And you're going to come up to bittel. You have 2 pictures, guys. Pick page 50, the 2 bottom pictures. Look closely. So whichever way you're putting the iron bars, you're going to put the schach the other way. So there's 2 ways of it. Guys, the teretz is the same. You're coming on to roiv. There's going to be more kosher schach than bed legs and iron rods. How you accomplish that? According to Rav Ami, you leave more airspace. Naturally, you leave more airspace. And according to Rava, whichever way the non-kosher schach, the shipudim or the bed legs are, you're going to put the kosher schach in the other direction, and that'll accomplish the goal. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Now, aruchas amita you can't use. Why can't you guys? Aruchas now outside. Why, if I wake you up in the middle of the night and I'd say, Herschel? No, not Herschel. Paul. Say, Paul, why can't you go ahead and use iron rods for schach? You'd say, well, there's 2 reasons. 1, it doesn't go from the ground, and 2, it's makabel tumah. If I wake you up in the night and say, why can't you use a broken bed? You'd say, 1 second, does wood grow from the ground? Yeah. Broken bread? It's not makabel tumah. It lost its shem kli. So why can't I use it? That's the problem. Our Mishnah says it's not kosher, right? So Fred the Gemara kasha, lema oy baruchas amita, lema Messiah leila Ravami. Let's say it's a rayit Ravami, Bartavyumi. The Amar Rav Ami Bartavyumi. We'll see what Rav Ami Bartavyumi holds in a second. Sichacha bevlo kalim. If you use schach from kalim that are tattered, Psula, it's puzzle. Guys, the minimal share of a patch is 3 by 3. An ani 3 at spice, but 3 at spice. An ani we use it as a patch. Less than that is not makabel tuma. So even if you use that, Rav Ami Bar Tavumi says it's no good. He says it's no good. Look at Rashi. The Kamam and Farish, and we're going to explain Bes Hashem soon, about lanios with patches. She'em behem sholish al sholish. They don't have 3 at spice, but 3 at spice. The afagav the hashlei makabel tuma, even though they're so small, they're not makabel tuma. Even the mikliyasu, since they're coming from an existing kli, gazabar rabbanon they give rabbanon agaisa. So aruchas nami hashlei makabel tuma like chazi lemidi elemi kliyasi. They come from a kli. So we want to say that this din of the broken bedposts, the reason they're makabel tuma, the reason you can't use them is a gezerah. Even though they're not makabel kli, but since they come from a kli, if we let you use this, you may come to use the full set. If I let you use a patch that's so small, you may come to use a real patch, right? So that's want to say that's like Rav Amir of Tumi. So says the Gemara. Kidam enter the Gemara. Kidam Rav Chanan Amar Rav Rabbi. Ba'arucha ushtei kirayim. B'kitsara ushtei kirayim. It's speaking about, guys, page 51. It's speaking about you have a full leg. You either have the length with 2 legs, and you have the kitsara part with 2 legs. And the Gemara is going to say it has a use. So once it has a use, it's makabel tuma. Once it has a use, it's makabel tuma. So you're not locked in to say it's like the din is like Rav Ami Bar Tavumi, that it's not makabel tuma. Ken Zayin, it's makabel tuma. And since it's makabel tuma, it doesn't get, that's it. Once it's makabel tuma, it doesn't check off the boxes, and therefore it's going to be what? A problem.
But it's not a bed.
Oh, yeah, but it has a use. Once it has a
also has a use. You can make a bed out of the 2x4 too.
You'd have to make it together, Avrami, but a single one is not. This you can see we could still use for something. So now, Kedam Rav Chanan Amar Rav Baruch, as he's going to say, Shtayim Krayim Ketzor, Shtayim Krayim. Hachnami Arucha here too. It's Arucha Shtayim Krayim. It's a length of a bed with its 2 legs. B'Ketzora, the head post of the bed or the foot post of the bed, Shtayim Krayim. Now, Hechi Imed Rav Chanan. Where did Rav Amar Rabbi? Where did Rav Chanan Rabbi say is then about the 2 beds, the broken beds? How did not? Mita mithamama chavila. When a mita is together, when it's all is one, it becomes tamei. Umitarasa chavila. And when you want to be mitarit, you can't take it apart. You have to throw the whole bed in the mikvah. Divrei Eliezer. The chacham oimrim mitama evarim. It's matama even in pieces. Umitares evarim. You can mitama what in pieces. Ma'inenu. What is the evarim? What are the pieces of the bed? So Rav Chanan, Amar Rabbi, Arucha ushtei karayim, the length of the bed with 2 posts, who could saruk shtei karayim, or the head post or the foot post with 2 karayim. So this is where he said is din. Now we have Avrami's question, what can you use it for? And the Gemara lemismachanu aguda, to go ahead and be soimech something aguda. We'll see in a second what that is. Ulemesav alaya umishade ashlei. Let's see Rashi. What could you use it for? Kasava, right? Rashi is second line from the top. Lekarvin etzel hakais. So you can bring it next to the wall. Good, there's a wall. Harchev kemoli roichev mita v'noisen eitzim min hakarayim u'lekaiselim v'shaselim raglaseha. So you can go ahead, Rod, and you could. Is there pictures of this? Yeah. The bottom picture, guys. The bottom picture 75. There you go. You could do this. You can make a bed out of it. You see, you're using this point over here. This point over here, guys. You see that picture? Guys, you should get this book. It's an excellent. It's excellent. So this picture over here, you can see using the beige post. You're using that post over there, and therefore, since you could use it for that, it has a use. Or another possibility is This is that's or that. I think it's one thing. It's that one thing you're doing. You're going ahead and you put ropes on it. You put it next to the wall, and you can create a bed out of it. So therefore, since it could be used for this, it's makabel tuma. Since it's makabel tuma, you can't use it for schach. Okay, everyone should have a very good Shabbos.